Hi everyone, it's Sylvia from thesacredspiral.com. How are you? The energies are pretty intense this week that I'm filming. The date is the 20th of May. This tapping round session is for May 24th through May 31st. And if you're new, welcome. If you aren't new, welcome back. What we do is tapping. Now, if you've never heard of tapping, it's also known by other names like emotional freedom technique or EFT. And what it does is it uses the concept and points of acupuncture or acupressure to unlock stuck or dense energies within the body, the meridian column, or the Sushumna, or the chakras. You know, you'll hear the energy system of the body. It unlocks stuck or dense energy that's caused by fear, anxiety, worriness, confusion, emptiness, hurt, trauma, sadness, you name it. There's a lot of different things that people have gone through. Generally, that I usually find people that are trying to improve their health, reduce stress, reduce anxiety, reduce overthinking, improve their overall health, relationships, as well as help with getting footing for a transition period. And that transition period that I've stumbled on to people tend to be a major breakup, a divorce, or a loss of a loved one. So a lot of those worry, indecision, feeling stuck, stress, guilt, or hopelessness, or sadness and trauma, muddled thinking, or anxiety, all that stuff can be shifted by tapping in as little as 6 minutes. It's actually been proven to scientifically, which is pretty good. It's actually been around over 30 years, so science has actually had a chance to catch up to the energy modalities, and they are catching up more and more as as they kind of study the quantum field. And a lot of other things are coming forward from science actually proving them now. But science actually proved that this is effective in as little as 6 minutes of tapping. So you can shift that anxiety, stress, trauma, worry into calmness, feeling of empowerment, or feeling of clarity or self-confidence, you name it. So a lot of people have had great results by putting this into their daily practice, like prayer or meditation. I tell people that tend to follow my videos to try and squeeze it in at least once, if not twice a day. Maybe if they think about it before they brush their teeth or something, they can do 6 minutes of tapping. And you can even do, this video on replay every day, or you can do my previous videos. It doesn't really matter what you say while you tap. It's that you hit the points and breathe. Okay. But I do try to teach a little bit about crystals and crystal or energy management protocol, because I do have several other modalities under my belt, sacred soul alignments, crystal healing, and healing touch, which are all energy healing modalities. And so what I like to do is I actually like to help people comb their own field of energy that no longer serves them, and then send it down in a responsible manner to be transmuted and transformed, or recycled in a way, into a better form of energy that can better serve the planet. And how we do that, if you're new, is I ask for you to grab a double terminated wand, and it doesn't have to be a crystal. If you don't have a crystal, I do tend to have a lot of crystals because I adore crystals and I can't get enough of them. But if you don't have a crystal, you can use your finger and with the intention alone, create a portal. So I create a portal, and a lot of people like to think of it as like a recycling bin or a garbage bin because it makes an image in their mind. Clockwise on the floor with my crystal point, I go clockwise on the floor, and then I set the intention with every exhale during these tapping session or the tapping video. With every exhale that I breathe, it's removing and releasing from all of my bodies, because we have 7 layers of bodies, and I won't go into that to keep the video short, but I'm releasing anything that no longer serves from any of my bodies to be recycled, composted, transmuted, and transformed into something that better serves the planet. So I'm basically turning this dense negative energy or feeling or emotion that might be stuck to me in the physical body. Maybe I feel it in my shoulder, and you can kind of see in your body, where do you feel a dense energy? And if you were to number it 1 to 10, what's the intensity? So maybe I feel it in my shoulder, and you figure out where you feel it, and maybe it's like an 8. And then after this tapping, go back and see if it's still in your shoulder, and if it's still an 8. It might have moved, so drop it in the comments if it has, and also drop in the comments if the intensity shift maybe from an 8 to a 4 after all our tapping, okay? So we've opened our portal clockwise on the floor, counterclockwise to close. As long as you get your 6 minutes in, you're good to go. It unlocks, so the amygdala, when you're stressed, the amygdala of the brain constricts, and our brain goes into fight, flight, or freeze mode. What tapping does is it allows the amygdala to relax, and taking that fight, flight, or freeze mode basically generates negative hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. And a lot of people know that a lot of disease begins with cortisol or stress. So you can actually shift your stress, which can help improve your health, right? By 6 minutes of tapping. And what it does is it flips those negative hormones into happy hormones like dopamine and serotonin. So a lot of tapping, you'll feel like you'll start sounding like you've drinking a bottle of wine, because you get really relaxed, because it brings in serotonin and dopamine, which are the happy hormones, and 27 times more powerful than morphine. And it takes 6 minutes. It's been scientifically proven to do that. So the longer you tap, the more benefit you'll feel. Now, the more often or consistently you tap, the better benefits you're also going to feel, just like prayer and meditation, right? Working out, things like that create a daily habit. This will help your emotional and mental bodies shift. So a lot of things don't manifest in the physical first. It goes from our levels, 7 layers of our bodies, to hit us in the physical, to show us back pain or shoulder pain or knee pain. But it started out there, right? And it didn't get caught and shifted or released before it hit the physical. So this is energy protocol, opening your portal, setting the intention that anything that no longer serves us be removed, exhaled, transformed into something else. And I choose love, peace, balance, and hope for the planet right now. Hopefully I'll remember it when I close that portal, and let's start tapping. Okay, so I've called in all of the angels, ascended masters, guides, guardians, people that wanted, or beings that would like to help us with energy shifting, because as we raise our vibration, they raise their vibration, everybody raises their vibration, right? So it's a win-win-win. Okay, so the cards that came forward is I like to at least cover a crystal card and a sometimes chakra card or a moon card, depending if the moon falls in it. The crystal card that came forward, which makes sense after I thought about it, was bronzite. First I thought it was leopard skin jasper, but it's actually bronzite. And bronzite is kind of, I don't know if the camera will do it justice, it's a really pretty stone. It helps with letting go, gracefully releasing, and it's for the root chakra. Okay, we're gonna start right here. 2 fingers and full responsibility for our well-being. And we're calling in the essence and energy of bronzite. Feel free to screenshot that, you guys. Now, if you don't know why we're tapping, just tap. And if you want to know more in depth, go back to my very first video in this series, and it tells you the points and what body parts or organs it ties to and what emotions it shifts or switches from. Like this one, for instance, is a bladder meridian, and it releases trauma, hurt, sadness, restlessness, impatience, and frustration and dread, and it replaces it with inner peace and emotional healing. So I don't have all those to memory, and I don't want to slow down this video, but you can go back to that original video and learn all about it. But just right now, be right here, right now, asking for the essence and energy of bronzite to help us with letting go gracefully and releasing what no longer serves us. With every exhale, we're releasing what no longer serves us, right? That's the intention. So bronzite has the ability to facilitate graceful mourning and recovery from loss. A lot of people are recovering from loss, and it's not always humans, although we have lost some humans. It could be pets, it could be family, it could be jobs, it could be relationships. A lot of shifts are happening right now. So this is helping with mourning and recovery from loss, helping us see that the gift in what we must all release, and the gift that it gave us while it was in our life, right? So bronzite is your ally for the week of May 24th through the 31st. The reason why we pulled this card is to let go. We might have let go of a friendship, a lover, a business partner, a project, or another pursuit that we were going or holding on to. Utilize or meditate bronzite to cut the vibrational cords with that. Under the nose, under the lip, to set your losses free. Collarbone right here, 2 nubbly bits, about just a little indent below the nubbly bits, all the way across. And move gracefully forward on our path. Thank you, bronzite, for helping us release gracefully, right? Then the chakra card that came forward, the chakras are all of those colors. The middle chakra is the solar plexus, and it's yellow, number 22. Okay, under the arm, I don't know if you can see it very well, it's about 5 inches below my armpit. We're starting with compassion. That's good too, but this is confidence within. Empowering the light of the golden ray is mine to harness. I'm going to change the words so it's in an I or a me statement, so that you can repeat, so that it's for you to harness. It flows through my being, strengthening me with its every vibration. Eyebrow point, leading me to manifest all that I seek. side of the eye. It illuminates my inner joy and confidence. Under the eye, opening me with new levels of prosperity that I may not have thought possible. Under the nose, healing comes from my sovereignty and personal empowerment. Under the lip, claim the possibility. And under the collarbone, the universe is smiling upon me. The universe is smiling upon me, and the sun is shining upon me now. Okay, so top of the crown, this is for the chakra of solar plexus. The crystal is golden healer, which I'll show you mine in a minute, and the herb is cinnamon. So here we go. Here's my golden healer quartz. This is a double terminated golden healer. It's great for healers. And here's my sphere. Isn't that beautiful? Golden ray energy. So that empowers the golden ray to be harnessed. So if you don't have a golden healer, you could always screenshot mine and work with that energy just fine. Okay, so then we have 2 cards from the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light deck. And the first one is Answer the Call. I lost the page for that, sorry. Oops, here we go. Answer the Call. I love this deck. Isn't it gorgeous? I love the colors in it. It's my favorite. It's been coming to my mind a lot lately. Okay, all right. So we're gonna go to the eyebrow point. Answer the call. What is it your soul is calling you to do? Your guidance is divinely guided. You're being called to answer the call of your soul. It may be scary, it might not make sense, but if you trust your soul's yearning, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, but rather a lifetime dance. Deep down, you already know what you're longing for and what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling, so don't overthink it. And don't wait for permission, just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take that first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith, courage to answer the call of your soul. And that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people. You're exactly in the right place to answer your calling now. You do not need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it's heading or leading. You just need to take the first step. And you don't have to see the full staircase to do that. Under the nose, there's no end to destination. Under the lip, there's no right or wrong way to do it. And you do not need permission from anyone else. Collarbone, sometimes that just equates more resistance. The more resistance we have around our soul calling, the more it keeps us from doing it. So it's more important to do what our soul's calling us to do, and important for our purpose and soul's growth, for why we came here. So the inquiry or journal prompt, if you want to ask yourself, is what is your soul calling you to do? So don't wait for your soul calling and don't wait for permission. Just listen to what your soul is calling you to do. Okay, this is share your voice. Look, there's a pyramid in the back with some stars up above, and she's just kind of in her little cave like a wallflower, right? So this says, eyebrow point, share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution and expression. You're being called to share your voice, perhaps speaking up in a relationship through writing, speaking, singing, or some other creative expression. Side of the eye. We all hold such a deep truth within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted from lifetimes, our voice and our soul is like no other. It carries within it the wisdom that can only be gained through soul's history and growth. By remembering to tap in and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we heal the planet at large. Collarbone, when you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe that is a call of a missing piece of your home. Under the arm, your individual voice is so powerful, as the most powerful sound currently on the planet. And if you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held it back, chanting or singing can be truly life-changing for you. As we shed all of the layers and we start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There's never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone, and the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, it makes it easier for the next person to do the same. So the action is express yourself, share your voice, and speak to those who can hear you. Okay, so that's that. Then we have 2 more cards. We have one from The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie. And we have one from the Archangel Metatron deck. So this one isn't that beautiful. I love these cards. Like I said, if you've never watched these videos, you're going to hear that I'm a sucker for good artwork. I love good cards. A lot of these are activation cards as well. Okay, so we're going to start right here. Soulcraft. Life happens from you, not to you. This is an action card, I can tell. The thoughts and ideas and topics that you incessantly discuss are crafting your life. So focus on the ones that make your heart smile. You are ready to receive answers from your soul about any topics and thoughts or ideas that you want to change. Be wise in the crafting of your thoughts and ideas that you want to change, as this path of least resistance will call you. Different soul vibrations will inspire different actions. If you feel tired, maybe your inspired action is to take a break and rest, or meditate, or sleep. Sometimes you just have to be instead of do. Collarbone, sorry, it's like 2 nubbly bits down here. It's my favorite. Under the arm, we sense our soul, but often we override it with the rational mind. Throwing myself under the bus. Under the arm, trust that your soul is bringing you to the most up-to-date information. Even if you just have to meditate 5 to 20 minutes a day. Allow, close your eyes and allow yourself to float off into space, this inner world. Just for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, reveal your highest and most loving, fun and exciting, most abundant way to be in the world. And then when you feel ready, just open your eyes, and maybe then you can go do with your new inspiration. Okay, and the final card, Archangel Metatron. It's funny, just as I said, Archangel Metatron, 2222 came up on the time. Okay, this card here is number 40, Evolution, Birthing Anew, Birthing the New. Okay, so I'm gonna try and hold this large book. Now this is the cover of it, Archangel Metatron by Self-Mastery Deck by Amanda Ellis. She was also on YouTube, and I adore her and her channels. This is everything in this book has been channeled. Her guide is Archangel Metatron. So we're gonna go with this tapping point here, Evolution, Birthing Anew. The reason why we drew this card is because we're on the brink of a radical rebirth and facing birth of something new in our lives. As in the beginning of this reading, we were letting go. Usually we have to let go to let something else in. Look what the final card is. Right here. With regard to rebirth, many events and circumstances make it all possible, starting with even college, getting married, changing a career, becoming a parent, or redefinition of self that happens after surviving a trauma, bereavement, illness, or divorce, or letting go, like we learned from our Bronzite card. So many stages in life bring or make rebirth possible, including age-related chapters as well, like puberty, menopause, or the third age. Life itself starts with birth and ends with death, and includes many rebirths along the way. For nothing ever truly stays the same. You're encouraged to celebrate the birth of each new chapter. So we're on the birth of a new chapter. Celebrate. It also may feel like a literal birth of a child on the way. If in this case, the child could be a special soul that may enter your family, one who's spiritually awake and high vibration with exceptional light. They're born with lifetimes of experience and wisdom to help the world transition through this dimensional frequency now. Under the lip, know too, the one whom the child is born to has been chosen to nurture and sustain them. This applies well to whoever raises them, educates them, and influences their childhood. Maybe you are to be touched by this child's presence in some way. Collarbone, they represent a new breed of human who is perfectly balanced between divine masculine and divine feminine, who holds the light and wisdom of love and not to be tainted by the surroundings of darkness, but will replace fear with hope, hatred with compassion, selfishness with sensitivity, self-centeredness with unity. This card reminds us of our own perfection. Each soul is born in the Creator's image. It's equal and cherished in the eyes of God. You were born pure and whole, and your soul retains this quality throughout all its existence and all realities. Within the womb, you were warm and fed, and everything was provided for you that you needed. So too is after your birth. The divine wishes to shelter you, feed you, and offer you everything that you seek. If you, however, feel tired, maybe you feel empty or unsupported or seeking help, you're reminded that the universe is a loving place, and the child born expresses it to be so. So you're reminded to make the assumption and request it again. The universe doesn't seek to hurt or harm you, but to love and hold you instead. Expect the best from the universe and you will get it delivered. Archangel Metatron reminds you that rebirth is possible in every moment, giving you a chance that once again to return to 0 point, where creation happens and life can start again. Under the nose, you have the ability to reach a stage of enlightenment in this lifetime like never before. Under the lip, embrace the divine feminine and masculine and create a new paradigm, not for yourself, but for your children and your grandchildren to inherit. Collarbone, higher consciousness is here now, aided by huge waves of souls coming in to influence all the living on our planet. Evolution is happening at a hurtling speed, and Archangel Michael is here to support. Archangel Michael can support, steer, and birth anew whenever you ask. So evolve. Welcome. In the new birth, it is time. And so we are going to grab our wand, close the portal, counterclockwise on the floor. I'm going to thank all the energies that are leaving I ask for them to be transmuted, transformed into love, peace, harmony, and balance for the planet. And then I ask for the energies to be restored and to serve the planet and places seen and unseen that need it the most, counterclockwise on the floor as we close this portal, giving gratitude for all of the angelic guides, guardians, spirit team that came to assist in this healing for myself and all who watched the live and the replay. And I'm covering it up with dirt. And with that, I'd like to say keep on tapping. Tap as much as you need to at this time. It's a tool. I provide it. It's yours to keep. Do it as often as you need to just bring that clarity, calmness, that all is well, that certainty, that self-confidence, help you move forward in this time, to give not only a relaxed, compassionate feeling for yourself, but to all of those that you exuded to. So with that, keep tapping, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.